So we join back in with our adventurers. After last week, they had headed to meet up with Sir Arthur and Ash before heading deeper into the tunnel left by some, at first, what they thought was the Zorn, but after entering the tunnel and seeing it was much larger, it seems that this is a much older, larger tunnel network made by something much bigger, much and a lot longer ago. Um, that almost it seems creatures are piggybacking on the open space underground to move more freely. After delving a bit deeper, they discovered the what looked at first to be like the ruins of a wall built inside the earth. And peeking through, they could see beautifully worked stone, and thinking that they might have found the place where the golem is, they did briefly spy something whipping out a tentacle when they were trying to use a light and a mage hand to see further inside. They decided to take the main entrance, and after delving further in, we join them now as they stopped at a small mural and shrine to Larixa, with celestial writing that Sir Arthur read, saying, "By the order, this temple is protected by the order of Larixa." To be specific on that as well, like by the order of, rather than it's like by the order of the emperor
Yeah,
versus
they are
the order
protected
of.
by the order rather than
Yeah.
they are protected by the order of.
Yeah. I think it's less that there is an order of people that are Lorixans, it's more that she said so, and that should be enough. Um, However, their looking around was very quickly disrupted by a loud banging against metal to their left, and the lights beginning to change a strange red glow. And down to the right, about 80 feet, they see the golem fighting with what looks like a red purple piece of chewing gum with tentacles. And as we ended, and as we come into, I'm going to be asking for an initiative. Um, as we ended, the gooey red piece of weird material seemed to be infecting its way onto or into the golem. So
Oh.
So are we doing initiative?
yeah,
Are we all in close proximity to each other?
What
if
was
you
the
look
order
at
we
your
went
roll
in?
20s,
I feel like
you
Where are
should
where
be able
are
to.
we?
I
So,
felt I think it was
so you need to put yourselves on
Dan
here.
because it was Dante, Eleni, and Volu were the ones up front, or did we change because we were expecting combat?
Well, so all as a Sir Arthur had come up to read the shrine, Ash was still holding quite far back. Lenny was probably still holding a little bit back. It's up to you where you would wander, because there'd been about 30 seconds or so as you know he'd read out this piece, and
And where are the other guys? So Sarata and Ash.
it's just Sir Arthur's
Zarata's
by the
there, isn't it?
wall.
Honestly, for some reason I thought I went down a bit with with Ichi.
What do you mean?
I
Because
can't remember.
I
I
thought
watched the video. You guys walked to a T junction. You got to a wall. There's a left and a right, and then
I remember. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
you got this is I did just I watched it back.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't
No,
worry.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
That's fine. I'm saying I don't remember.
We are quite deep into the temple. You guys have been moving through, like you've got through the doors. We're past that initial entrance bit. Um,
So what we're probably like at the T junction, and Zarata's all the way at the wall.
so yeah, so the mural and shrine is up on the wall here. So there's
I'll
literally,
put
if you're
myself
looking at it from both Volu as a cleric and Ichi as somebody who's been around the Witton Shrines, it's oddly like small. Like it's not like there's nowhere to leave any offerings. It's literally just like a candle that's like a blue wicked candle that seems to just be constantly flickering. And again, imagining that it's been flickering the whole time, it's not any shorter than it would
Blow
have
the
been.
candle out. Blow the candle out. Blow the candle out.
If that's what you want to do with your action.
Surely that's an item interaction.
But then it's an action to get your sword out.
My sword's already out.
But yeah,
You've had it lit from the beginning, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I have.
it is lit.
Legitimately, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
DM.
initiatives. Oh, what's that?
Oh, bollocks. 12.
Whatever initiative Volu, Dante, and Sir Arta have, +3.
15.
Because they are in range of my aura, and I now have Aura of the Sentinel, which means everyone gains +3 to initiative from my charisma.
Nice.
So the people who don't are obviously Eleni and
Ash.
oh god, Ash. That's it. I want to say Ember, but no.
14.
15.
Come on. For me, 11 + 7, 18. Hey, that's what you get for taking the alert feat as well.
Mm-hmm. So, 18.
Because I have a -1 in dexterity, so just alert plus my charisma just brings me up to 7.
I need to remember my feet. And not the one on the bottom of my legs.
But
I hate you. It's like, you know, when you can feel it, you
I've been
know
doing
what's coming.
14 and
15 and 17, I think.
18.
I got Beecham's. What?
15 was mine.
I was 14.
I'm going to throw it out here because I was proud of this bad joke. I got my manager the other day. He was saying he was talking about his daughters. They're all adults and everything now, and they just started calling their mum Marge, and he was like, I don't know why. I think it's like derogatory for something. And I went, are you sure they're not just trying to butter up?
Oh, I hate you. I hate you again.
See, that's really bad because margarine is not butter. I don't like it.
I couldn't believe it wasn't butter.
Technicalities.
Okay.
I'm glad you picked up what I was offering there, Chris.
Always.
Okay, that's not that. And then 14 was
I should probably look at my feet.
I also need to pull up Ailani. So realistically, I'll play Ailani as best as possible, but unless one of you wants to play her, it's going to be as basic as I would play an NPC.
I think she's going to run right in and do loads of spells and then turn invisible and then disappear.
I think as basic as an NPC is absolutely fine. Unless, of course, this encounter is built for not.
No, I mean you've got 2 other people there.
Yeah, no, we should be fine. Unless you want one, because obviously you've got
viewers. Please remember, Beecham said this.
You've got
an
ooze thing and a construct fighting each other, as well as us coming in. So if you want one of us to take control of Eleni, I'm more than happy to.
Are you able to? You should be able to see them in the campaign, right? I don't think there was a. Yeah, she's in the old campaign.
Right, let me have a quick little look at my campaigns. In the bookshare or in Ravis?
Ravis.
Cool. Eleni view.
She rolled the dice was a 2 on the initial. So whatever her bonus is to that.
+3.
Okay.
Okay, oh dear. Oh dear. Playing a ranger. Oh man, I've never played ranger before. So
But there's a lot of the spells are bonus actions.
yeah.
Other than that, she always I'll help as well with some of the things with like she gets to do move them because of her face things on the first shot and stuff like that. But I will prompt
Yeah.
and assist as well. It's easier if there's two of us doing it, but you doing movement and things like that. Also on that, sorry, let me give you control.
Yes.
Oh, annoying. Predetermining the character settings. Surely I can take over that. Okay, I'll just move them. Right.
Sure thing.
So, top of the initiative. So, firstly, at the very top of the initiative, the lights fully set in to red, all down all the corridors, set into this red glow. And as it does, the golem, Volu, no, sorry, the golem, Ichi, and Arta all start to glow with a blue light. Each, you don't feel any different particularly, but you are now sort of giving off this like, and it's almost combating the red around.
Okay.
There is okay, so you would see Volu. I'd say that Volu, Ichi, and Dante, you're all within a good enough clump to get sight of it. This door here is like a large plate heavy steel door. And as you look, it and dents inwards, but you see the bar that's sort of holding on the outside holds.
Oh, right. Sorry, when I was looking at the map, I saw the white gorilla-esque thing. I wasn't looking the
So
other side. I wasn't looking the other way.
what I will let players know, and I might leave this in, or I might cut it, I'm not sure. Essentially, this map is bare bones. I will give descriptions for what the corridors and rooms look like and the creatures, right? I just don't have tokens that match
No, that's
necessarily.
cool. I was assuming it wasn't I wasn't some albino gorilla.
You were
I
thinking
mean,
that was the golem.
it's a similar-ish shape.
Yeah, good enough.
But yeah, that door bulges inwards, but the bar on the outside holds firm. That seems to be them. On the other end. Okay, so you see that the golem the golem in reaction to the tentacle piercing its center just grips the tentacle and twists away and almost like as if it gripped hold of water that was in a steady stream. It just like pops the tentacle almost, and you see that the tentacles the goos grapple and hold on the golem seems to loosen for a moment as it pulls him away in one hand. As we come to Ichi.
Okay, no. Sure.
Bless you.
Ichi starts by just kind of like looking kind of like down at there weirdly. Like, what is it, me that's glowing or like my armor?
You.
Me. Ooh, weird. Um, okay, how far away? Bit of a more specifically to the ooze, 90 feet. Okay.
Is this the same, or does this look like the same golem as the one we fought before?
Yes. However, you would notice
Because I know we took a couple of chunks out of it. Not that
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it's got a couple of chunks taken out of it.
Okay, it's healed up. Last time we fought this, was it because obviously we've had it in its possessed state.
and then
Well,
we had
they had it in its possessed state.
It doesn't look at all liquidy or oozy in the way it did when it was infected, but
Okay.
the spot on its chest that was like hit is staying. It's almost like that red's lingering there. So it's almost like, again, and for those that have been noticing this, it's almost acting just similar to how it would infect a person. It's just interacting with the golem in the same sort of way.
Okay. Then I get, oh god, wrong tool. I guess I will just start by having Ichi 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll just move up 30 feet. As you said, the sconces that are kind of like lining is where the red's coming from, did you say?
Yes, so all the sconces that were like a sort of light bluey sort of color have now shifted to red.
But I'm now, well, we're now the
But
things
yeah,
that are
but now
glowing blue.
you the golem and Saata.
And Sarata. I'm gonna step 30 feet and then get close to one of the sconces. As Ichi gets closer to it and like puts a hand up to it, does the flame turn any different color? Or does it stay red but just kind of like combats the blue?
Stays red, and actually even as you just move through it, it's not even really like it combats, it's a combating at the edge, but
Yeah.
even as you just pass your arm through, and also you notice not hot, not an actual like
Okay.
not an actual flame, more magical essence light.
looking for some hot stuff.
Okay. I will then use my action and such to make sure that my sword and shield are both out. And Ichi will turn and kind of like call back to Sarata. Any idea why we're glowing? And then I will end my turn.
He will.
Do I have anything bonus action spell wise? I think Potato at the moment. Yes, that's where I'll end my turn.
Okay, he's gonna 10, 15. He raises up his sword and shield, and he's gonna cast off bless, and he's gonna catch. He is still gonna catch Eleni, so he catches all of you and himself.
What level blessed did he just do?
Higher level
1,
bless.
2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll be a third level bless.
But sexy.
Yeah.
My guy.
That's saves and skills, isn't it? It's
Saves
not-
and
Saves and
attacks.
attacks.
Saves and attacks, not damage.
Not skills, not damage.
Yep, sorry. Yeah, skills is guidance.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
They will sort of hold up there and just sort of say to you, I'm not sure. I've not something I am doing.
Right.
They will sort of call out, we should keep an eye out on the door behind, but for now it seems like it's holding. Do we know how to deal with this thing? And then we are coming up to Dante's turn.
Fucking smash it.
Well, both of them, the golem and the goo, or
Whatever's
Focus
in
the
the way.
goo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now his sword's already lit. However, he's going to put the sword away. Still just lit. It's just fire on his back. He's going to pull out the bow. And to this, people haven't seen this. His arms and upper body just starts to shake and rumble. And he then, like his entire arm just almost, it now doesn't look like a blisters, but it's almost like, imagine lava hitting water. And part of that will go down his arm. as his ignites his second right. Hey, that wasn't bad. Take 2 points damage to me. And his bow now starts to quiver and rumble gently.
Okay.
And he's going to take a couple of pot shots at
Sweet fun.
probably the infection, I guess. And so and his second right is thunder.
Nice.
So that is D20 plus D4. I will need that. 19 to hit.
For the goo.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, and D8 plus 5. Oh. 6 points of normal damage and 5 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
And then he's going
So the arrow zooms down, it hits the goo, like the goo wasn't looking in your direction at all, and with a loud goes off. The golem is sort of taken back as it's sort of like in its hand. And I'm gonna say no, it's not gonna drop it. It's not like a human that would react like that, but the sort of the thunder rocked it.
bring the thunder. And yeah, he's going to fire off a second shot at the goo. I do have two attacks, don't I? Sure I do.
Yeah, you should do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you're not multi-class, are you?
No. That's probably going to miss. I've now messed up all my dice. It's very upsetting. So yeah, definitely missed. 12.
Yeah, now that it almost, and again, weird to see something with no eyes and no sort of visual sensors sort of become aware of you as it sort of bulges in your direction for a second and then splits, almost like popping, leaving a hole that the arrow just is through the center of.
And use bonus action to activate my second right. Action and move. Yeah, okay, I'm done.
What, sorry?
I'm done. I've used up everything.
Okay, after which it is Vola. You hear me, sorry, Paul?
I just so it's fine. What can I do? How far away is that?
So the golem's roughly 90. The
Where's my
door.
move? I is gonna go. Oh, move to here.
Okay.
And then pee around the corner
Shot in the head.
and cast Sanctuary on Dante.
Thank you. I'll take that. Love Sanctuary.
Okay.
Remind me, Sanctuary, I know it wears off if I do something offensive. But
it's if you attack.
Sorry?
It's if you attack.
Yeah. But are they Do they have to have a save to choose to hit me, or can they just not hit me?
It's if they try and hit you,
If
they
they
have to
fail
make a
their save, they
save
have
of
to hit
hit
something
someone
else.
else.
Cool.
Sorry, Ichi.
Don't worry.
I appreciate it. I mean, so I am damaged, so I fell down a hole and then also stabbed myself. Well, stabbed myself and then pricked myself. So
I forgot about that. I could have done something else. Oh well, no worries. That's me.
Okay. So, in which case, the golem. You see that the golem takes. I like almost again taking that moment of distraction as the goo sort of looks and appears in Dante's direction. The hand just slams against the wall, pressing the goo. It's almost like a shot put throw against the wall. And as it loads up for a second punch against it, the slimy red goo splits and separates as the golem just against the walls. It is then Ash. So Ash will move to here, and you see they sort of call out to Arta. Sire, what are we looking at? Some sort of corruption. Maybe prepare some antidotes. And he's okay. And he starts. He puts his bag down. He starts sort of getting some stuff out. After which, Eleni.
Eleni, very similar to Volo, is going to kind of like move up to where they can poke their head out. So put 5, 10, 15. So that 15-foot point there. Let's see. Like 90 feet. Cool. Yeah, so when Eleni gets there, they kind of like poke their head about, see the ooze like trying to infect this construct. We've previously seen it infected, and I feel like Eleni would just be like, not dealing with that again. We'll grab their bow, knock an arrow, and is going to fire upon the ooze. Longbow for Eleni +8. 14 on attack number 1.
Okay, for attack number 1, again, almost now in full dodge dive mode, it starts to stick itself down the wall as the arrow passed.
Second arrow just kind of like mutters to herself, "Stay still." Oh, better. That is a 22.
Much better, as that one definitely will hit.
So that is 1d8 +3. So that is 5 points of piercing damage. And as the arrow sinks into the ooze, Eleni is going to release the arrow, and then as the arrow, as their fingers kind of like release, the swarm kind of like start to float around their fingers as they will gesture with a like "come here" motion, and the swarm is going to drag the ooze 15 feet towards them. As I believe that is one of the things that the swarm keeper can do.
Yeah.
So it needs to do a strength saving throw DC 15.
No.
No, wonderful. Yeah, so 15 feet on a
And it
horizontal
just
direction of my choice, just towards us.
and almost again like that weird mixing shape as it was sliding down the wall. It was almost solid for a second, and as it's ripped through the air, it almost just like turns into liquid that lands in a puddle on the floor, in between you and the golem.
Wonderful. And then Eleni will.
Golem's eyes never left the goo.
Wonderful. Eleni will then take a single step back just to get back into cover, like adjacent to where Volo is.
Okay. Okay. Top of the round. once more. Give me just a quick second. Okay, so top of the round. The doors up to the left-hand side suddenly just almost less opening and less, it's less that the bar gave in and more that there's now just a hole punched through. And almost you're seeing the start of this almost bullet-shaped grey head that is forcing its way through. And as it comes fully into the corridor, you do see a bullet. A large creature.
For a brief moment, I thought that we had bullets last game. I was like, a bullet? Someone shooting a gun?
So, a large monstrosity that burrows through the ground, but also is known for deadly leaping. They're usually underground hunters, and if you remember, you actually saw signs of back at the entrance that some bullets were trying to maybe run away or at least leaving at speed. And as you take a glance over to this hulking, heaving creature, you now see why. The back of its usually solid carapace is covered in pustules and brown weak spots. As it opens its large mouth, the saliva's red and dripping pink that emanates from inside its throat. And as it fixes its attention upon the new targets, it cannot do its crazy leap, fortunately for you. So you all did a fairly good roll last week about the bullets. So you know that they can jump 30 feet long and 15 feet high with or without a running start. And they favor this tactic. They sort of like burst up out the ground and jump onto the top of their targets, and just squash their prey. But this one is going to jump, but it's not like a crazy jump as it leaps down towards you. It almost, you notice, so, and again, you might have seen bullets out when you've been fighting before. Usually it's a fairly straight trajectory, right? They jump up and an arc and they come down. This one almost like its legs become more liquefied as it bounces and it to the wall and then off the wall down to land.
From the window to the wall.
From the window to the wall to the goo drops on his. Never mind. But yeah, so the landing again, and not landing as heavy as you expect. Like again, these things are known for like body slamming their prey. As it lands, its whole legs and feet area like turn to goo that almost like catches and supports it before reforming into the creature. That is unfortunately, it does have bonus actions.
Focus on the goo. Golem might help after.
Yeah. Okay. It is the goose turn.
Ready to go.
And it is ready to go as it is going to take the disengage. As you see it almost again, like the golem did when you fought it in its fully corrupted state, almost like turning into a thin line as it in between the golem's legs. And up the corridor.
It's intelligent. It's not just an infection.
Very much so. As we come to Ichi. And again, the golem without moving because it's not his turn, like fully spins on the spot, trying to keep an eye line on that, on the goo.
On the goo.
I know that we just said about focus the goo, but that's got a lot of speed to it, and there's a bullet hot on our tails. Right. Let's get off A. Lenny's character sheet. That's not going to help me. With because I rolled quite well last session about understanding what bullets are,
Mhm.
they're not like they are monstrosities,
They're
not
not
like
extra
aberrations or anything. Yeah,
no, they're from this plane.
they are native.
They are
And
beasts.
also, one thing that would stand out as interesting to you is, like, most bullets would have dug under the door rather
Yeah.
than going through the door. That would suggest to you it probably can't tunnel in here.
Hmm. Okay.
And again, if you remember as well, when you came to that piece of wall, when when you found the burrow,
Yeah.
the wall was pressed and tried to force rather than just straight through it.
Yeah. Weird. Very weird. What kind of stone is this? Questions for later.
Oh, I've got more speed.
Yeah, you are slightly faster now.
Yeah, I've got an additional 10 feet.
Oh yeah. But is that only when you're in hybrid form?
No. Nope.
It's difficult because we did just say that the goo's the focus point. No, that bullet's gonna fucking jump on Volo. Yeah, Ichi is going to turn hot on their heels as they hear the like of the bullet kind of like landing, turning, seeing Volu's shoulder just around the corner. Ichi turns and is going to move just in a straight line, straight up to where the bullet is, and is going to take 2 attacks with their longsword. Attack numero uno. Not good. 11. No,
Okay.
13.
Okay, so you strike against it, and it almost like again, it's fighting, so it almost puts its head up to the most armored space of it,
Mhm.
and takes the blow off the top of its carapace.
Attack number 2. One more than what I lasted, so 14.
As you strike forwards, again, it still does that same maneuver. It moves and puts up its carapace towards the blow, and it strikes against. But actually, the spot that you strike on was one of these infected browner spots that you can see pushing through, and it just crumbles like as if it was paper mache to the sword blow, ripping apart the carapace. And your shot hits on the 14.
On four. Oh, this poor thing. Oh, I don't like that it hit on a 40. Oh, at this point, it's putting it out of its misery. That is going to be 7 points of slashing damage.
Okie dokie. And as you cut across it, can you make me a con save? As you slice the sword in deep, there's a spray of red mist into the air.
15.
Okay, immediately closing your mouth and pulling your sword back. It almost Ichi gave you mushroom spore vibes.
Uh-huh.
It was almost like that on the hit.
Did any of that go in me, or did I manage to avoid that?
Seems like you managed to resist taking any
Beautiful.
issues there.
Okie dokie. Careful when breathing around this thing. You don't want to inhale any of that.
Anything else? Second attack? Or
That was my second attack. First one missed.
oh yes, I
Yeah,
remember.
and then that'll be my turn.
You included your D4s in that, yeah? For bless.
I forgot on the first one, so we'll move past it now. I mean, I mean, a
Still your
D4,
turn.
a single D4 would make me a hit because it would go
It,
from the
it,
13,
it would
but
it would make you a hit. So I will say, yeah, go on.
sure thing.
Another con save.
There you go, boss baby.
Points
Very
of
fun.
damage is minimal. It's a 4 points of slashing damage and a dirty 20 on the con save.
Okay. Now knowing what to target, striking another time. As you finish up and it comes to Arta, he will sort of again. He's still defacting to you as he sort of turns to Ichi. The goo, or should we assist? Should we break up?
If you and I try and hold back this infected bullet, Dante can chase. Dante and the other two can chase the goo. Dante's fire seems to have the most effect on the infection, so he's one of the best to pursue at the moment. This thing, we can't have it flanking us.
This is going to be a bad idea.
I know, but I'm hoping we can take this out. Me and him can take this out quickly. If it's infected, we hit on a 14. Hopefully we can get to you quickly. Also, Ichi's never been a leader before. He's just fucking saying shit.
They nod. They're gonna. They can get into flanking, though. It's not a great position for. Yeah, they will move around. And with their sword, will slash. Okay, with a 22, the sword strikes against, and can both Ichi and I will do my own con save as again the spores.
Remember your D4s as well.
I'm probably gonna need it.
And your charisma already goes into it anyways as well, doesn't it? So
Oh yeah. I already get a massive modifier. 14.
is Sir Arthur in range of your
Sir Arthur will be. Wait,
It's 10 feet.
no, 10 feet. He's just out.
savage.
Yeah, because he chose flanking.
Okay, so you see as the spores like hit him in the face, it almost like immediately Ichi, you see like red veins run up his like sinuses and through his eyeline as he reaches down to his belt immediately and it pops a potion, drinking it, one of the antitoxins you saw him preparing previously, as he's like, definitely a poison. Fucking hurts. They will. Yeah. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they are going to still attack with the next one, but you see, they're almost like hesitantly, like waiting and stabbing into the creature. Unfortunately, that hesitation allows the creature to deflect it off the still hard pieces of carapace that are left, and he misses the second shot. As we come to Dante.
Dante's going to book it to as far forward as he can go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 40 feet. And with his bow, gonna fire off a couple more shots at the goo. 10, 18.
Yes.
Cool. And that is it's D8, not D6. That's 9 points on the normal damage and 6 points of thunder damage, and I am going to also put my brand of castigation on it.
Remind me of that.
So it's not a bonus action or anything. It's just when I hit, I can only do it once per short or long rest. Once per short or long rest, whenever you damage a creature with a weapon that has an active right, you can sear an arcane brand into the creature. Your brand has the following effects. You always know the direction to the branded creature as long as it's on the same plane as you. Each time the branded creature deals to you or another creature with creature you can see within 5 feet of you, the branded creature takes, in my case, 3 psychic damage. It's my intelligence modifier. Your brand lasts until you dismiss it or until you apply a brand on another creature. Your brand can be dispelled with dispel magic and it's treated like a 3rd level spell. So pretty much, I always know where it's going.
Okay.
Oh, that was just my first hit, wasn't it? So I got my second one.
Yeah, nice.
Well, I just rolled an 18, so that's gonna hit.
Yeah, for sure.
Normal damage is 11 points of normal damage and 1 point of thunder damage.
Okay, again, as the 2 arrows strike in and the seal is made on it, it flung against the wall with like a splat before recoalescing together. It's hard to tell at all if it's damaged. It still seems still as whole. It doesn't seem like affected like that. Really hard to tell. Golem still seems pretty transfixed. Anything else from Dodonte?
Yeah, there's nothing that you can do. And he's starting to think maybe it is only his fire that would actually work. That's everything Dante was.
Okay, after which folding.
Ho.
Oh, actually, sorry. There is one thing that I can do. I've just suddenly realised there's the distance he is. I'm going to bonus action put him towards me. I mean, technically it's a push, but I can push a creature 5 if they're within 30 feet of me in any direction.
Yes, no. So does it say any direction?
Just says push. You can push it.
So yeah, a shove is away from you. So if it's
yeah, but it's with mage hand, so it's from a direction.
but within. So if
30
your
feet.
mate 30 feet, so if I would say that if your mage hand could reach to here, does that make sense? Like
Okay.
if it was one down and your mage hand could reach to the other side of it, legit, you can have your hand appear from the other side of it and push it the way you want. From here, you would only be able to push it like away or to the wall.
Oh, hang on. No, yeah, I got it wrong. The target must exceed a strength saving throw or be moved 5 feet toward or away from you.
Right. Okay. So it's a
My
strength
bad.
saving throw. That's all
So,
good. Natural 20 for a 21.
Natural 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah.
It's a shame to waste it on being pushed 5 feet, to be honest, but I'll take it. Okay, anything else from Dante? Sorry.
No, that is everything for me. Sorry.
Okay, well done.
He's going to move from there to there.
Okay.
I am then going to target the bullet.
Just keep poisoning them.
And I am going to cast blindness on it.
Okay.
It must what's it got to
Con
do?
save, I think.
Con save.
16.
Boo. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
You see, as your spell does like hit across it, but it just sort of seems to back to you.
Mm-hmm. Ah, shucks. Ah. And then Other than that, is there any bonus action stuff I can do? Oh, what am I doing? I'll use my bonus action for one of the few things I can do with it, and do Sanctuary on Ichi.
Okay.
Can do one at a time, right? Because they're concentration.
You broke
I
broke
broke
your
mine. Yeah.
and it's not concentration, to be fair.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
honestly,
really not.
Sanctuary's the one that's just like it's just
It just lasts a minute.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, end of Olu's turn. Golem's gonna set off in the direction of the goo before one large fist slams into it. In a second, both just landing, splattering the goo around. Again, you notice this time, Dante, you would be the only one that can see it. As the second shot hits, the goo almost like leaves itself connected for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And you can almost tell it's like rearing to attack. It's almost like it allowed some of the movement of the golem to lift it towards the golem, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
After which Ash. So Ash, upon hearing poison, they've already got their antitoxin, so they're gonna 5, 10, 15. They're gonna move up next to Eleni. And you see that they raise a hand, a small flame appears, and you would recognize Firebolt. However, the blast just ricochets harmlessly off the carapace of the bullet that just shakes it off and grumpily stares in their direction. As we come to Eleni.
Eleni, I believe, currently is stood next to Ichi, right here. From when I had them move up up and then back. Is Eleni in? Yeah, Eleni is in.
Yeah, she's in melee range though.
God damn it. Where's the phrasing of this? So, question on ruling terminology, Liam.
Mm-hmm.
Attacks of opportunity happen when you move outside of their thing, not when you are moved outside of their. So, like, if I pushed Dante 5 feet away, they are not like I am moving them.
Yeah.
Like they are being moved rather than moving.
Yeah. Technically, the swarm could potentially.
Yeah, gathering swarm can move. You are moved by the swarm 5 feet, so that could potentially move her away without her taking an attack of opportunity.
She has to obviously do the attack though.
Yes,
so
yeah, she would have to succeed the attack first.
Yeah.
Ichi, let me punch you.
For attack number 1, Eleni is going to reach as she kind of like sees how close the bullet is. She reaches down to her hip and grabs out one of the daggers and is going to go and for a stab with a dagger.
Okay.
Because I believe her things don't require it to be ranged.
No. It's just an attack.
Oh, natural 19.
Yeah, definitely hit.
25.
Definitely hit. She raises the knife and just digs it almost into a slot that's in between the carapace and the obviously again everyone around, including Eleni, con saves.
Eleni's con save. Ooh, luckily she has my bonus.
And a D4.
Oh, and a D4. 14.
It's really a blessing.
Okay.
And then for myself, get on the table. 8, 9, 10, 12. 17 for Ichi.
Okay, still holding strong.
And then
Also
yes,
looks like he's more prepared this time. He seems a bit better.
and then as the dagger like sinks in with Eleni, the swarm are going to drag them back over like just one space this way.
Mm-hmm.
And then Eleni is going to use her movement to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and get next to Volu.
Okay.
As she moves there, she is then going to bring the bow back out and turn and fire her second attack.
Okay, so I would say she will have to probably drop the dagger.
That's fine. Yeah, like stabs it in, leaves it with Ichi. Like it's the dagger is in the bullet next to Ichi, and then yeah, as running will notch another arrow and go.
Yep.
D4. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
Yes, definitely hits.
And with her bonus action, we'll put in a Zephyr Strike as well.
So you would have known that she would know this, so I'll let you know.
Has to do it beforehand.
Yeah. You Zephyr Strike, then you do it.
I didn't know if it worked the same way like a Paladin Smite does.
Yeah, no. It's one you do because it actually gives you it gives you advantage on the attack.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so you get advantage on the attack, and
lovely.
then you get the additional. It's a beautiful spell.
Yeah, okay. Well then, yeah, as she was moving, bonus action, Zephyr Strike. I'll see if I get a nat 20. No. So now it's 2d8. Oh, hello. Let's not close my entire thing. 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 3, so 13 points of piercing damage.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that definitely sinks in, and unfortunately, Ichi and
that's fine.
Ichi. Again, you see Arta take a face full of it and just coughing, and like the red veins in the throat starting to build up.
Oh yeah, I'm good. That's like a 26.
Yeah. Well, so Arta should be better at this. He's just polar opposite to you on the roll. Okay. Anything else from Eleni?
I believe.
Does she want to use the movement that she gets an extra 30 foot of movement when she finishes the shot?
Oh, she does as well. Oh,
honestly, it's such a good spell.
Yeah, Zephyr Strike's insane.
Advantage on the shot. No attacks of opportunity, I believe, when you run away from them. And then double you get an extra to basically 30 foot.
Oh wow. Oh, I should have just Zephyr Striked with the dagger.
Yeah. But hey ho.
Yeah, hey ho. I'm
but yeah, you are
a new
you
thing.
are yeah.
So she will use the 30 feet to move to the diagonal of where Dante is, because theoretically, I mean, as much as it doesn't matter now.
Just get some sight of the goo.
Yeah. Help keep eye line on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, she is now diagonal of Dante. Beautiful. Cool. Yeah, that's Eleni's turn.
That's next to Dante.
There we go.
Okay, in which case we are back to the top of the round. So the creature looking mightily pissed in Eleni's direction.
Oh.
But I think Eleni is out of range. Okay, so you see again, and Arta and Ichi are gonna get to swing as you see the creature squat really low, almost arms and legs compressing into spring-like form before they just take off the ground.
Their leap doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity, does it?
I believe it does.
It does?
Doesn't say it doesn't. 1 second. Yeah. No, it doesn't say it
Lovely.
doesn't.
Do
So-
Sarata and I still get advantage because of our initial flanking?
No, because they won't provoke it till they are leaving the square above you.
Yes, okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that does.
So
Luckily, they are low AC, so low AC, but that bless is still going to be required. Just 14.
Okay, nice. And what was your damage on the? Did you you haven't done the damage yet? My apologies.
I haven't done damage yet. But as I see it leaping, I am going to put a second level divine smite in as well.
Okay.
So that should
Get that
be
thing.
divine smite 2. So that'll be 4d8
Nice.
total. 6, 8 for 14, plus 4 for 18, plus 3 for 21, plus 3 for my strength bonus for a 24 points of damage.
Okay. Massive hit. Okay, and can I get 2 con saves from you, please?
Yes, you can. The first save is a 17.
Yeah, all good.
Second save is a... Oh god, I thought I was going to sneeze. Oh dear, probably not. I think a 13.
With bless.
Yeah, 3 plus 4, 7 plus 5, 12.
Okay, so I remember, so it's the first one was just the spore spray that you've been used to. As you hit it with the divine smite, you're almost just like covered in the spore, like as it sprays you off the force of that hit, and you take 4 points of poison damage.
4 poison.
And you feel you don't have the poison stat, but
Mhm.
you feel almost like the sluggishness, the aching,
Mhm.
it hurts. Your sort of throat starts to rash. Even the bits you're brushing off the bits of the blood that's there, but you're starting to come up in like almost for the Grundon skin. It is almost like wilting plants, like that browny
Ooh, I don't
yellow
like that.
color. It does, however, continue its leap.
Yes, it does.
And as it leaps straight over Ichi,
A strength save.
no, it will be a strength save from Volu as it
Okay.
lands.
Oh, what?
As Volu, it's just landing on you. As it leaped through the air, for those of you, especially Ichi, who saw it like go over the top of you, it compressed its legs and bounced, and then all of its legs like shrunk up into its body, and it almost inflated its chest and stomach area as it comes into down onto where Volut is. What was your strength save, Volut?
With bless. Or do I not get a
Yeah,
bless?
Yeah, you are still blessed.
9.
Okay. Okay, you take 12 bludgeoning damage as you are just instantly flattened to the floor. And there's the initial pain of the, bludgeoning to the floor bit. And then all of you starts to sting. It's like you just fell in a bush of stinging nettles as your whole body starts to and as it stands up, so you take an additional 9 points of necrotic.
Shite.
And as you feel the movement of it standing up, and Volu, everything's still black. And you feel yourself lifted. And for those looking on the outside, Volu is pressed into the form of the bullet. And Volu, as you try to pull away, its skin is sticky and you are trapped. It will continue the movement, however, after towards another 10 feet towards Eleni. And Volu, you're just coming along for the ride now.
Yeah.
That is everything it can do. So we are, and I'm going to say, with that, as Volu stuck to the undercarriage of a raging infected bullet, Dante trying to kill a goo creature with the golem further down, that is where we will end part 1 of this episode.
Well, that's just bull.
Let's.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining. As always, thank you very much for playing. If you're enjoying the adventures, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you know when the videos are going to come out. And as always, roll well. Bye. This is the end of part 1. Part 2 airs Sunday, 7 PM GMT, or will be linked in the top right of your screen now. Thank you for watching, and roll well.